but there's a difference between me showing up to a job and me showing up to an experience. I want you to show up for an experience because the value that I'm going to need to get out of you as an individual is in the experience. It's not in the job, right? And I'm not a big fan of policies per se. I'm a huge fan of practices. And a good example is we had an individual, this was when I was just started out, she was having a hard day, a really hard day, and in an all-staff meeting of like 300 people, she stood up and she dropped an F-bomb toward the manager and said, F off you. And everyone was like, oh, she's getting fired, she's getting fired, she's getting fired. And so I was the HR person, and I was like, okay, let's take a break. I went out, took care of that, and ended up not firing her or recommending she got fired. And everybody was like, that's not fair. I said, well, you know what? If your dog had just died, you were just kicked out of your apartment, and you lost, some other major thing in your life, you too can tell the manager to F off, right? Because it's a general reasonable practice to do it. Now, on the surface of it, you should never do that. We know that. But again, we wouldn't fire you if you showed up to work and had all these problems right now and you just lashed out. We wouldn't fire you either. So it does come back to the sense of fairness. But I like practices because it gives us the human equation into it. It gives us a little bit of room to figure out what's the best decision in this particular case, bereavement or not. So I'm not a big fan of policies as much as practices.